Thanks, Jay. Hi, Simon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's fun.
How does it feel to be back at Ryerson?
I feel really old right now. You have no idea. It's actually funny. The Rogers building is the building that's changed the least of all everything on campus. It's unbelievable how big this place has gotten, which is cool, too.
Well, let's just start off. Why did you decide to stream into television?
I guess since I was really young, I knew that was what I wanted to do. I came to Ryerson with the intention of going into the broadcast stream. Now, TV and radio, I kind of wanted to do both, and I would still love to get in the radio a bit more. I do a little bit because the Score has a sister station on Sirius, so I dabble a bit over there. But TV is where I ended up, and I'm enjoying it. So it's just something I knew I wanted to do.
Have you tried any other kind of journalism?
I dabbled, not dabbled, but I tried, I did newspaper, magazine, and the good part about coming here was that you kind of get to try out the different kinds of streams to see what you like. I did a bit of writing for the Eye Opener while I was here too. Little known fact, Bob McKenzie was an Eye Opener writer. So I'm just name dropping now. But yeah, I tried them all out. It was just, I thought TV was what I wanted.
And how did you end up at the Score?
When I was my third year here, so around September '98, they had been on the air probably just over a year. So I called them up just out of the blue. You guys looking for interns? And at the time, I think their staff was only 70 people. It's like over 200 now at least. So I called them up and they said, okay, and within a week I was interning there already. It was really quick, and I never thought I'd still be there now, but I am.
What did you start off doing as an intern?
I started in the archives department, so shot listing and getting video and going through tapes, which is ironic because that's the department I run now. I also did some running for the EA department, which is the ticker and board, so when you see the boards at the end of highlights. And that and EA ended up being where I got my first paid job in the industry working for them. And
how has the sports coverage changed at the Score?
We've gone a long way, because at the time we were just a highlights channel, and that's still our bread and butter, but in 2000 we got a license to do live programming, and right away we hopped on baseball, so we were able to do the World Series for a couple of years and baseball playoffs. And that's grown into all the live properties we have. We got wrestling, we got NBA, we're going to have March Madness next week, which is probably our busiest time of year. So we've expanded our inventory a little bit that way. Also, technology changes the way we've covered things, so we've really embraced the Twitter, Facebook, the multi-platform thing. Score Mobile is one of those, and not to sound like a big promo guy for the station, but it's the most downloaded app on BlackBerry when it comes to sports.
Why did you guys decide to go that way?
I think it was just a matter of changing with the times. And I think there's a belief in the building over there that in 10 years from now, ratings won't be the end-all or be-all of the business. We have a bit of a struggle anyway because we're not the type of channel, unless we have a live program, where you're going to stay for a whole hour, which is how ratings are sort of measured. Because we're a highlight channel, a lot of people tune in, get what they want off the ticker, and leave. So if we branch out to things like, you bring people to the website, and you're able to generate revenue that way with advertising on the website. So just as an example, it's covering our bases and kind of moving with the times a little bit.
Let's talk about the Olympics, just because it just happened. I know the Score obviously wasn't part of the media covering it. What did you think about the coverage?
Well, to say the coverage would be anything but stellar would be kind of just bitterness and jealousy, not getting to do it. I thought given, there's so much pressure, you talk about the pressure on the athletes and having a home Olympics and own the podium and all that stuff. There's pressure on the broadcasters too. And I remember, first couple of days, you have to remember, they sent 1,300 people down there. Most of them borrowed from existing stations that needed the staff here, so they didn't get much time to get ready. There was a few bumps along the road, but they did really well. I just don't want to hear that song anymore.
And what do you think the Score could have done differently if they were part of it, or?
It's hard to say, because you can nitpick anyone. I think the Score has a different kind of personality. We're not as stiff. We're, a guy like Cabby would be really good doing things on Whistler with fans, with athletes. The thing Cabby's really good at is he gets a guy like Kobe Bryant to be himself. Most guys go through media training, they're very stiff, you get the same boring answer every time, and Cabby's able to get a different answer. So I think in that regard we could have done things differently, but there were actually some Score people that ended up going to work for IBS, which is the host broadcaster. So you know, there are some people that came back with Olympic experience and made us better.
I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and back to you, Jay.